It's
Oh, we're live.
educational
Fun times.
with Mitch.
And Ben.
Hi, everyone. So we're trying something new today. We're using Google Hangout to do our video this week. We've used Google Hangout in the past, but never to record an actual session. So it's really cool because Google Hangout typically is used to talk between people, kind of like Skype, back and forth when you're unable to meet in person, or if it's across the world. It's just like a webcam chat. But Google Hangout allows you, unlike Skype without paying for it, Google Hangout for free, you can have more than one person in a Google Hangout. So I'll let Ben tell you a little bit more about how he feels about Google Hangout,
Okay.
so you can see.
Well, now you can probably see some color in my face. It's facing directly into the sun. But as you can see, it's probably going to be a pretty awkward video, telling by the intro that we just did. We used this once before as an e-math class, and there was like 8 or 9 of us, and we were talking to somebody from St. Louis. So that was pretty cool, and it worked really well. The recording came out really clear, and just the whole experience is really fun to do. And I think it's going to be fun to record an episode of Educational Fun Times with Mitch and Ben on a Google Hangout. So let's give her a try.
Because as of right now, Ben and I are both very busy individuals. As you can see right now, I'm actually in a classroom. I got a temporary contract at Riffle High School here in Regina, and I am teaching a communications media class. And Ben, looking all snazzy. Ben, what's going on with you?
Well, today I'm going to build a gazebo, but I'm waiting on a call from a school. I just had an interview on Monday, and I think I was the only one interviewed, so it should be my job, but I'm not getting my hopes up at all. Way I might be, yeah. I'm probably going to get a job today, so.
Right on. All right, so tying in, I'm going to start off talking here. Tying into the whole Google Hangout is technology. And the job I've been hired here for to teach is communications media. And that is a big focus on Photoshop, a big focus on GarageBand and audio production, and video production. So it's all the main types of technological productions. And it's really cool because my classroom is just a computer lab. I just have Macs here. I'm surrounded by Macs, and it's great because in my internship, I really had nothing. I had one computer in my classroom, and that was about it. But the strange thing is I don't actually have a Mimeo in this classroom, which I think is kind of weird. But I'm probably going to try and put a request in if I can. But yeah, no, it's really cool because I've been working, like with our econ class, we had to take a look at the different types of technology that you could use in the classroom. And this is a classroom that specifically applies all of that. So I've had to use a lot of different sources. So I'm using my Twitter to see if there's anyone that I can get for speaking. There's just plenty of things that I've been trying to do in here. I've been using a lot of YouTube. I'm setting up YouTube pages. I'm trying to work towards getting my students to create their own online portfolios, which is creating their own websites. So that's going to be pretty cool to see how that turns out. I'll keep you guys updated on how that's going. But it's just really cool to see how all the stuff that we were using in our education classes is now coming into play in the classroom now as a teacher. That's pretty much what I have to say for now. Ben, I'll pass it back to you.
All right. So, in light of my recent interview, I thought I'd talk about the interview process. For me, it really caught me off guard. I was sitting at home playing video games, enjoying my time off, and then all of a sudden I got a call from a principal saying, "Hey, would you like to come in today for an interview for a full-time math job?" So of course I said yes, but I had like an hour and a half to prepare, and I spent an hour of that time figuring out what I want to wear. So I got a few points here. Number one, dress nice. You want to impress the very first time you get there. Number two is go early. You don't want to, try cutting it too close and then get lost and be late for your interview. So get there early and be prepared. Number two is be prepared for your interview. I didn't have a lot of time to go through possible interview questions. I don't think it hurt me too bad. but we'll see. And so some of the things that you're going to be asked in these interviews that you can get prepared for are things like, what are your strengths? Um, it's always I couldn't figure out my strengths. I ended up going with like, I'm going to bond with the kids. I've got a good personality, and management's going to be good. So I went with that. But then the next one is weaknesses, and weaknesses is a tough question to answer. Um, I forget how I answered that question. Try to turn your weakness into a positive, though. Something like, oh wait, this is what I used. So I said my time management outside of school could use work. So I turn that into, I get so involved in the school that maybe my time for planning takes back seat, sort of thing. Another thing you'll be asked about is assessment. So how you assess students in mathematics is pretty basic. Quizzes, tests, assignments, that kind of thing. Another one is, give a unique example of something you did in the classroom during an internship or whatever. So I give a few activities I did, like math trails, that kind of thing. And then the last question I remember is your comfort level and knowledge level with the current curriculum. And because ours in Saskatchewan is relatively new, it's only been in for 4 years, I guess. That's a major question that people need to ask, because we went through the system with something completely different, and we're learning basically as we go here. So that's something you have to be prepared to answer. And I answered honestly. I'm not totally confident with it, and they were totally okay with that too. They said some of their most senior teachers aren't comfortable with it yet. So just go in, be yourself, and hope for the best. That's really all I got right now.
That's really good. I didn't actually have an interview process besides the general application for the school system here, but no, that's all really good advice. One other thing to talk about, I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, the video quality-wise. We're running off of separate bandwidths, different internet connections, so I apologize that there's some lag between our lips moving and the audio, or maybe there's just some lag in the video in general. But it's kind of cool because right now we're actually broadcasting live. You might not be watching this live, but we're actually broadcasting it live right now. So it's kind of cool. Ben and I will probably try getting another video up that we'll do using Google Hangout, because right now it's a little difficult for Ben and I to match our schedules up to meet and make our actual videos, but we're going to still try and do a balance between this and that as well. So it's kind of cool. So we'll probably tweet out some information when we're about to do a live broadcast, so you can actually watch us live if you wanted to on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. If you're curious about how to go about using this in Google Hangouts, just post in the comments below, and Ben and I will try and post a video along with it to try and help you out with setting that up. So as you can see live, just got some students coming in to work at lunchtime right now. So Ben, do you have anything else you want to say?
No, not really. Just hopefully the video didn't turn out too laggy, and et cetera, et cetera. At least our voices should be okay. Maybe not the visual, even though I look fly as heck.
I'm looking pretty good too, Ben.
Maybe.
Okay, well, I think we'll wrap up here today, and see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us with Educational Fun Times with Mitch and Ben.
Toodaloo.
See you guys later.